And of course, this is the best way to make money online in Australia. If you haven't done so, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Let's just jump right into the video straight away. So this is the best way to make money online in Australia. Online, okay? Now, why do we emphasize online? Well, here's what I genuinely think. It doesn't matter what you're doing with your life. You could be young, you could be old, you could be somewhere in between. You could have 9 to 5. You could be doing nothing with your life. You could be already making decent money. But the fact is, online is something that we need to harness as member of the 21st century. Now, we are already online so much, and there are already untapped opportunities there. If you're not making money online and the only way you source funds in your life is simply offline and just the physical work that you do, I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing that, I guess, but the fact that you're not tapping into so-called the Wi-Fi bread, there could be some missed opportunities. Okay, if you're happy not making money online, see you later. So let's jump into some of the ways that we can do that. Number one is remote work. Okay, why do we care about remote work? If you already have a job right now, why do we care about remote work? Well, there's first of all, exchange rates. Right now, US is about $1.50 to $1. So if you can make US dollar income, then that's already right off the bat much better. So I've looked at, for example, the software developers. How much are they getting paid in Australia? Between 90 and 110,000. I know some of my friends who are in this space getting slightly above this as well, even. Especially nowadays when staff is pretty damn hard to find. So that's what software developers are getting paid here in Australia. But if you can get a remote work, which arguably gives you more flexibility and more freedom, I would say, in some ways. Although you might need to be up at odd hours, you could be making this kind of bracket as well. Now that multiplying by 1.5, you might be able to make, for the same amount of work, all the way up to $200,000 Australian, which compared to that level is a lot higher. Not only do they pay higher for the dollar figure, they also the exchange rate is going to be on your side. So if you can be making some income right now with US sources of funds, I think that's an enormously helpful thing for your bottom line. Now, so if you can then secure a job overseas, this is what's available. Now, if you're not a software developer, like the example I gave you, well, it's not the end of the world. I mean, you're looking at, for example, here we've got a travel advisor. This is predominantly a sales job, right? Where you can prepare, plan, and execute travel sales, right? And you can do that from overseas. I've also looked at some sales jobs to do with medical insurance and things like that, but that sometimes requires some sort of licensing, which then obviously precludes you from who are in Australia to be able to, to be able to capitalize on these opportunities. But this could be done on a part-time or a full-time basis. And you can then tap into something that you can be paid from US level salaries. So and especially if you're young, this is something that you can definitely give it a go. And you're at home. You're not actually required to be there. There definitely has been an absolute boom of remote work, and the money is there, guys. If you are looking to do something different, this is something that I recommend you to give it a go at least. So that's remote work, everybody. Always understand that different worlds, different jurisdictions come with different benefits. So tap into those benefits. All right. Second is online tutoring and teaching. All right. Guys, you live in Australia. You guys speak decent English. All right. There's this website called italki.com. And here is what people are charging just to do a trial. And I believe trial is about anywhere between 10 and 15 minutes. To then get an idea of whether these people can teach you good English or not. And so people are coming to websites like italki, and millions of people visit italki every day, guys. And so we see people from Philippines, Spain, and you've got another Spanish person, and people from Africa as well, charging this kind of money on their trial. Now, anywhere between $5 and $10 USD. Again, see how you're making US dollars. So you're from Australia. If I tap in USD, the trial price already changes because our English is, I guess, more universally accepted as being, the proper, the Queen's English, if you like. So if you look at this discrepancy already, there's a much higher chance of you than being able to secure a higher source of funds. And the fact is, you are actually working around the clock that you are leaving your schedule open for. So I think this is a great opportunity. And once again, you're getting paid US dollars. Even if you have a 9 to 5 job, this is something that you can easily add on top of your income. Put together a nice profile. Use ChatGPT to put that profile together. Why not? So there's definitely a lot of opportunities, I think, in terms of the online teaching. And of course, if you are passionate about some things as well, you can then create an online course. Basically, with I've got a little tablet where I can write stuff. And basically, just like I'm doing this right now, I've just used OBS to set this up. If you don't know how to do it, I don't know, YouTube. There's so many good resources available. If you want to know how to do something, I'm happy to make content for you as well around that too. So online tutoring and teaching, definitely, much like how remote work has increased in popularity, there has been a lot of people who are wanting to learn new skills from home. So even if it's just something simple that you know how to do, something you're passionate about, go ahead and teach it. You don't necessarily have to teach English. I mean, every one of you can speak English. If you're watching my video, you can speak English. Then go teach someone how to speak English. Sometimes you don't have to be good at teaching. Sometimes they just want somebody to talk to and practice with. So if you can just talk and make money, why wouldn't you give that a go? And not only that, if you like some other things, it could be gaming, it could be, you know how to use social media. Go put together a tutorial on how to use social media. A lot of people who are not very good at using social media might want to learn how to do that. You might say, oh well, why is there people who don't know how to use social media? Well, there's people who are the older population. They need to use social media in their business, and if you can teach them how to use it, well then that's something that you can provide value onto others. And that's really what teaching is all about, is to tell somebody something that that they don't know. All right, e-commerce is an interesting one. Okay, there has been a rise of dropshipping. There has been a rise of Amazon FBA and all these different things. But I'd say make use of the existing marketplace instead of creating a website with Shopify and you try and market that, spending ad spend, and that's that's a lot of how people make money, dropshipping and e-commerce. But a good place for you to start right now, and really popular these days, is Etsy. So, and the way we do Etsy is that there's a lot of products like this where you can basically print items with your own designs. Now, if you don't know how to draw, well, that's okay, because we've got AI. So you can sign up to Midjourney. You spend $10 a month. You basically draw out all of these drawings. You can whack it on a t-shirt. Obviously, this is just an example I'm using. They've done something similar here. And so with this one here, you can actually get these mugs printed out at $4.40 USD, and then another $5.59 for shipping. And that's worldwide shipping, of course. And that's about $10 USD. That's going out. That's $15, and you're charging 36 AUD for this one. And this shop has received 3,500 reviews. I'm sure for them to receive that kind of review, they would have had to sell a lot more than that, of course. So if you do the numbers, then you're looking at pretty significant income. And there's more and more of these Etsy millionaires that are coming out these days. And Etsy already has an existing consumer base. So when the customers come and search for these items, there's obviously existing search numbers existing there. So you don't actually have to do any crazy amount of marketing. You just basically put it up there, and it costs absolutely nothing to do this. I mean, you're spending $10 on Midjourney. You might have some listing fees on Etsy as well, but there's very little to do, because every time they press order, your order is basically going to come out from Printify. Printify is just going to get plugged into Etsy, and you're going to then be able to run your sales without doing too much customer service at all. So this is another field that is popping off at the moment. If you'd like a tutorial on this in more detail, let me know in the comments below, and I'll be happy to do you a tutorial on this one as well. Going back to the next one is content creation, guys. Guys, you don't have to be a good speaker. You don't have to be amazing at what you do either. You just have to speak about some things that you are interested in. If you don't like your face going out there, there's AI avatars that will do the talking for you, which is more than possible. DID is a tool, okay? DID, where they will, I think it's D-ID, where your face and there's like an AI avatar. You type the words in, and it will talk on your behalf. But nevertheless, having your face on screen I don't think that it's not that big of a deal. I mean, I'm not the most good-looking guy in the world. I started creating content on TikTok, and a lot of my business is now around creating content about finance and about crypto and about travel. And so based on that, I've been able to earn a pretty good income, and doing shout outs and doing all the affiliate marketing as well, based on some of the good products that I see around the marketplace. So content creation is a big deal. More and more people are getting onto this platform, create short format content. The viewership is crazy. You know, Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels are popping off at the moment. So go and start creating. And now you might not be good at making video from the get-go, but your first video will teach you something about how to make a better second video, and your second video will teach you something about how to make a better third video. So never stop, just keep on going. You know, your world is your oyster. There's almost a niche for almost everything out there. So lean into your passion. If you want to find out what your passion is, go to my previous video. You'll be able to find out easily what your passion really is with some of the tips and tricks that I teach you. And of course, if you like those tips and tricks, make sure you go like, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell, because there's going to be more and more of these videos coming out. Okay, so content creation, you must consider it, and always focus on video. I've always found video as a really powerful thing. And as you can see, a lot of the videos that I'm creating, for example, is mostly talking heads. So it doesn't require any much more than just a mobile phone. If you've got a mobile phone, you can create videos. All right. So moving forward, agency. If you don't know how to do any of these things, find somebody who can do these things. All right. So the way you can do that is you can go to Upwork, or you can go to various Facebook groups where you can find people who are talented from all over the world. All right, so go and find people who are good at graphic design, video editing, or whatever there is. And you can see on Fiverr right off the bat, people are charging different things. So this is resume writing. So these people will be willing to write resumes for you at these prices. You just have to be able to market yourself at a higher price point, and then just get these people to do it for you. And even on resume writing, you can see that the prices are all over the shop. Some people have built up a reputation and a representation of their services well enough to charge more for their services. And that's all you need to do. Then you can use the internet to make that representation. Maybe you could create a website. Maybe you could create a fancy little listing like this one. But once you can get the clients, there's plenty of people that are willing to provide the service for you. Okay, if resume is a little bit of not a mystery, there's other things you can do. There's graphic designer work you can do. People are charging a lot of money, right? And you know what? You might think that, oh, wow, this guy's getting $103 to be your expert graphic designer for web or print. Fantastic. But guess what? There's people who are willing to pay a lot higher than this. You can even get local clients and outsource it to these kind of service providers and be able to create wonderful designs that the clients are looking for. So if you're able to communicate, if you're able to coordinate these this work, and you can then profit off of your agency. Other services could include some of your video editing, and you know, video editing can cost anywhere between like I've seen as cheap as, how cheap are video editing? I mean, but the point is, you can get clients that are willing to pay higher price for video editing, right? You got video editors, corporate video, anywhere between $39 to $79. But I've seen corporate videos and interview edited videos, you know, all the way up to $100, $500, $1,000 per video, which is quite crazy. And the best place to get your clients is Twitter. Just go to Twitter, look up video editor, and you'll see a lot of posts by influencers that are saying that, hey, I'm looking for a video editor who can do exactly this. And of course, my video looks like this as well. So obviously I can provide that extra service as well. I've got my own agency and I'm beginning to get clients as well, editing their videos for them with the supply and the service team that I have available to me right now. And really, the sky's the limit. You can offer graphic design, you can offer video editing, you can do podcast editing, you can do podcast publishing. Social media management is a big one as well. Any other types of marketing and advertising, you can do all of those things for other people and receive a fee for doing that. And so the world is your oyster. And look how often there is a demand for video editors these days, because obviously the platform is moving towards more and more creation of video content. And so if you're not good at anything, at least that's something that you could give a go, have a crack into. And so that's it, guys. If you enjoy this video, make sure you go like, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope you try one of these methods. If you have access to the internet, I don't know why you wouldn't give this a crack. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.